told you that the 15th century artist invented the exact thinking system that powers modern artificial intelligence. Leonardo da Vinci never painted by the rules. He dissected corpses to understand anatomy. He studied birds to design flying machines. He analyzed water flow to create better engineering. He didn't see art, science, and engineering as separate fields. He saw them as one interconnected system. And 500 years later, we're teaching AI to think exactly the same way. Welcome back to Timeless Tech in the digital renaissance, where ancient wisdom meets artificial intelligence. Today, we're uncovering how Da Vinci's cross-disciplinary genius is the blueprint for how AI tools like Claude and ChatGPT learn and create. Leonardo da Vinci lived from 1452 to 1519 during the Renaissance, a time when knowledge was becoming specialized. Artists stayed in their studios, scientists stayed in their labs, engineers stayed in their workshops. But Da Vinci, he refused to stay in one lane. He was simultaneously a master painter, Mona Lisa, The Last Supper, an anatomist who dissected over 30 human bodies, an engineer who designed tanks, bridges, and flying machines, a mathematician studying geometry and proportion, a botanist documenting plants, a geologist studying rock formations, a physicist analyzing light, optics, and motion. Most people think he was a Renaissance man who did many things, but that misses the point entirely. Da Vinci wasn't just good at multiple subjects. He used each field to enhance the others. His art made his science better, his science made his engineering better, his engineering made his art better. Everything connected. He filled over 13,000 pages of notebooks with this interconnected thinking. Drawings of the human heart next to sketches of water turbulence. Studies of bird wings next to designs for flying machines. Mathematical proportions alongside portrait sketches. His contemporaries thought he was scattered, but Da Vinci understood something they didn't. True innovation happens at the intersection of disciplines. And here's what's mind-blowing. This is exactly how we're building artificial intelligence today. Modern AI systems like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini are trained on massive datasets spanning art, science, literature, code, history, mathematics. They don't specialize in one field. They connect ideas across fields, just like Da Vinci. Today we're going to explore 3 core principles of Da Vinci's cross-disciplinary system and show you how to apply them using modern AI tools. By the end of this video, you'll understand why Da Vinci was the original AI and how you can think like him using technology he could never have imagined. To understand Da Vinci's revolutionary thinking, we need to understand what made him different from his peers. In Renaissance Italy, knowledge was divided into strict categories: the 7 liberal arts, grammar, logic, rhetoric, arithmetic, geometry, music, astronomy. These fields never mixed. It was considered inappropriate for an artist to study medicine. It was beneath a scholar to work with his hands. Da Vinci rejected this entire system. He believed that to truly understand anything, you had to observe it from multiple perspectives. Example 1. The human figure. Traditional artists learned to paint the human body by copying other paintings. Da Vinci went to hospitals and morgues. He dissected cadavers. He drew muscles, bones, organs, blood vessels. His anatomy studies made him the greatest figure painter of his time. But it didn't stop there. His understanding of human mechanics helped him design better engineering systems. He applied muscle structure to lever designs. He applied joint mechanics to articulated armor. Example 2. Flight. Traditional engineers tried to copy bird wings, directly flapping machines that never worked. Da Vinci studied birds like a scientist, skeletal structure, muscle mechanics, feather aerodynamics, air pressure, wind patterns. He combined biology, physics, and engineering. His designs never flew in his lifetime, but his principles were correct. Modern aviation pioneers studied his notebooks. Example 3. Water flow. Da Vinci observed water as an artist how it looks, a scientist how it behaves, and an engineer how to control it. He noticed that water turbulence looked exactly like curly hair, so he used his water studies to paint better hair. And he used his art observations to design better canal systems. Everything connected. This was unheard of in his time, and it's the foundation of how AI works today. Leonardo was obsessed with finding patterns that appeared in different contexts. He noticed spirals everywhere, in water vortices, in hair curls, in plant tendrils, in snail shells, in storm clouds. He didn't see these as separate phenomena. He saw them as variations of the same underlying pattern. This is called analogical thinking, recognizing that something you learned in one field can apply to a completely different field. Famous example: the heart as a pump. Medieval doctors believed the heart boiled blood to create heat. They never dissected hearts carefully. Da Vinci dissected ox hearts and human hearts, but he also studied water engineering pumps, valves, hydraulics. He realized the heart is a pump. It has valves like canal locks, chambers like reservoir tanks, and pressure systems like water pressure. By understanding engineering, he revolutionized anatomy. By understanding anatomy, he improved hydraulic engineering. Da Vinci didn't just have notebooks. He had the world's first analog second brain. Today, we use Notion to do what he did with ink and parchment. Modern AI recreation. This is exactly what modern AI does. Large language models are trained on billions of documents across every field imaginable: medicine, art, programming, history, physics, cooking, psychology. When you ask ChatGPT a question, it doesn't just search one database, it finds patterns across multiple domains. Real example: ask AI, how can I improve my startup's user onboarding? AI might draw from psychology, habit formation, cognitive load, game design tutorial systems, progression, marketing conversion funnels, education learning theory, behavioral economics friction, incentives. It connects ideas across fields just like Da Vinci. Leonardo believed that skills from one discipline could reveal insights in another. His artist's eye for light and shadow taught him physics. His engineering understanding of mechanics improved his anatomy. His mathematical studies of proportion enhanced his art. Famous example: chiaroscuro light and shadow. As an artist, Da Vinci wanted to paint realistic light and shadow. So he studied optics as a scientist. How light travels in straight lines, how it bounces off different surfaces, how shadows have two parts, umbra and penumbra, how distance affects light intensity. This scientific understanding made him revolutionary as an artist. His paintings like the Mona Lisa have lighting that looks impossibly realistic because they're based on optical physics. But then he used this same knowledge as an engineer to design better military fortifications. He calculated how light and shadow could hide or reveal defensive positions. One skill, multiple applications. Famous example: anatomy and mechanical engineering. When Da Vinci dissected human bodies, he didn't just draw what he saw. He drew muscles as if they were mechanical cables. He drew bones as if they were levers. He drew joints as if they were hinges. Why? Because he was also an engineer. He saw the human body as a machine. This perspective helped him design better prosthetics, create articulated armor that moved naturally, and develop robots he actually designed. Mechanical knights. Modern AI recreation. AI systems use this exact principle through transfer learning. When AI learns to recognize images, it develops features, edges, shapes, textures, patterns. These same features transfer to completely different tasks. An AI trained to recognize faces can help with medical imaging detecting tumors, astronomy identifying galaxies, manufacturing quality control. GPT and code. GPT was trained on both natural language and programming code. This cross-pollination means it can explain code in plain English, it can translate requirements into code, it can find logic errors by understanding intent. The AI observes code like a linguist and language like an engineer. Just like Da Vinci observed anatomy like an engineer and machines like an anatomist. Da Vinci's notebooks weren't organized by topic, they were organized by connection. A page might contain a sketch of a skull, notes on acoustics and sound waves, a drawing of a church bell, mathematical calculations for architectural domes, a study of how sound echoes in cathedral spaces. Why all together? Because he was exploring one idea: how does structure affect sound? He didn't separate anatomy, physics, engineering, and architecture. He synthesized them into one interconnected investigation. His 13,000 pages form a giant knowledge web where everything links to everything else. Famous example, the Vitruvian Man. This iconic drawing synthesizes human anatomy, proportions of the body, mathematics, geometric ratios, the golden ratio, architecture, Vitruvius, principles of building design, philosophy, humans as measure of the universe, art, perfect composition and symmetry. It's not just a drawing, it's a statement. Everything is connected. Modern AI recreation. This is the breakthrough behind modern AI knowledge graphs and neural networks. Instead of storing information in separate folders, AI builds a web of connections. Tools like Obsidian Notion's connected databases roam research. These create Da Vinci-style knowledge webs where every node can link to related nodes. It's a web, not a filing cabinet. AI systems like ChatGPT use neural networks, billions of connections between concepts. When you ask about creativity, the AI doesn't just search a creativity file. It activates connections to art techniques, brain science, innovation strategies, problem solving, historical, creative figures like Da Vinci. The AI doesn't think in categories, it thinks in relationships, exactly like Da Vinci's notebooks. This is why I personally use Claude Sonnet for this Da Vinci style synthesis. It finds the historical threads that a traditional search engine would miss. In our next video, I'm going to show you the exact Claude prompt that helps you find these same patterns in your own business and creative data. Now let's connect everything to the AI productivity tools you can use today. Tool number 1, Claude, your Da Vinci brain. Claude is trained on cross-disciplinary knowledge just like Da Vinci. I personally found that Claude Sonnet is the best model for this Da Vinci style synthesis because of its advanced reasoning in cross-disciplinary logic. Here is how to use it like Da Vinci. Ask cross-domain questions. How can biomimicry from nature improve my app's user interface? What can Renaissance painting teach me about data visualization? How do jazz improvisation principles apply to agile software development? Request analogical thinking. Find patterns between topic A and topic B. What principles from field X could solve my problem in field Y? Demand synthesis. Connect ideas from psychology, game design, and education to help me build a learning app. Let Claude show you the connections Da Vinci would have made. Tool number 2, Obsidian, your digital notebook. Obsidian is the digital version of Da Vinci's interconnected notebooks. Here is how to build Da Vinci-style knowledge. Never organize by strict categories. Instead of folders, use tags and links. Let ideas connect organically. Create connection maps. Obsidian's graph view shows how your notes connect. This visualizes your knowledge web just like Da Vinci's brain. Link unexpected ideas. When taking notes on engineering, link to art. When studying history, link to modern technology. Force yourself to find the connections. Tool number 3, Notion, your cross-project hub. Notion lets you build interconnected databases. Da Vinci would have loved this. Create databases for projects art, science, engineering, concepts, flight, water, anatomy, observation sketches, notes, experiments. Then relate them. Your flying machine project links to bird anatomy observations. Your portrait study links to light physics concepts. Your bridge design links to geometry and material strength. Everything connects. Tool number 4, Miro Visual Knowledge Mapping. Create visual maps of how ideas connect. Da Vinci thought visually, so should you. Map out how different skills support each other, where your knowledge domains overlap, what new combinations you could explore. And this is the exact visual knowledge map I'll be sharing a template for in the next video, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Let's make this practical. Here's how you can apply Da Vinci's cross-disciplinary system this week. Exercise number 1, the 3-domain challenge. Pick one problem you are currently facing, then force yourself to solve it using insights from 3 completely different domains. Here is an example. Problem: I want to grow my YouTube channel. Approach it from psychology. What makes people click? Curiosity gaps, pattern interrupts, emotional triggers. Approach it from data science. What does my analytics tell me? Watch time, drop-off points, click-through rate. Approach it from storytelling. How do great stories hook audiences? The hero's journey, conflict and resolution, emotional payoff. Now synthesize all 3. That is your strategy. That is exactly how Da Vinci would have approached it. Exercise number 2, build your knowledge web. Start an Obsidian or Notion workspace this week. Follow 3 rules. Rule 1, every note must link to at least 2 other notes. Rule 2, make unexpected connections. Force yourself. If it feels strange to connect 2 ideas, that is exactly where Da Vinci would have looked. Rule 3, review your graph view weekly. Where are the gaps? What isn't connected yet? In the next video, I will walk you through building this system step by step from scratch. Exercise number 3, AI-powered cross-pollination. Use Claude to force cross-domain thinking. Here are prompts to try. I'm a software developer. How can I apply principles from architecture to writing better code? I'm a teacher. How can I apply principles from video game design to my lesson plans? I'm a marketer. How can I apply principles from classical music composition to my campaigns? I've developed a specific Claude Sonnet prompt for this cross-pollination exercise that I'll be sharing in the next tutorial. If you want the best results, you need to watch the next video. Exercise number 4, the observation journal. Da Vinci filled notebooks with detailed observations. Start your own this week. Step 1. Observe something closely. A plant, a machine, a person's behavior, anything. Step 2. Describe it in detail. Write it down exactly as you observe it. Step 3. Ask yourself, what does this remind me of? Find the analogies to other domains. Here is an example. Observe coffee brewing. Analogies, chemical reactions, patience in achievement, filtering signal from noise, applications, product development, content creation, hiring processes. Train your brain to see connections everywhere. That is what Da Vinci did every single day. Try exercise 4 today. Observe something, anything, and tell me the most unexpected analogy you found in the comments below. For me, it was seeing how classical music structure helps me write better content. What's yours? I'll be replying to the most creative ones. Leonardo da Vinci wasn't just a genius, he was a system that refused to separate art from science, creativity from logic, observation from application. He understood that the best ideas live at the intersection of disciplines. And 500 years later, we're building artificial intelligence that works exactly the same way. AI doesn't specialize, it synthesizes, it connects, it finds patterns across domains. The tools exist now for you to think like Da Vinci, Claude for cross-domain reasoning, Obsidian and Notion for building knowledge webs, Miro for visualizing connections. But the tools are just tools. The real power is in your mindset. Your challenge This week, solve one problem using insights from 3 different fields. Force the connections, make the synthesis. But here's the thing, understanding Da Vinci's system is just the beginning. In the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build this system yourself. You'll get Claude Sonnet prompts for lateral thinking across domains, a visual mind mapping tool to see connections just like Da Vinci's notebooks, and a Notion system to synthesize your ideas into action. I'll walk you through building your own Da Vinci problem-solving board step by step. You'll have the templates, the tools, and a working system by the end. This is part 1, the theory. Part 2 is the practice. If this changed how you think about learning and AI, hit that like button and subscribe to TimelessTech. We're building a community of cross-disciplinary thinkers right here. Drop a comment. What's one unexpected connection you've made between 2 different fields? For me, it was seeing how classical music structure helps me write better content. What's yours? I'm Benaya, and this is TimelessTech in the digital renaissance where ancient wisdom meets modern AI. See you in part 2, where we build Da Vinci's system together.